November 18th, 2002. Howie invites me to dinner. This photo was taken a little later on, and it was taken by his elderly neighbor MaryAnn after a dinner with her in her apartment next door to where Howie lived on Hawthorne Pond in the Gandy area. I was so taken with Howie the night we met that I came home the night after meeting him at the aquarium and wrote Mary Hessler Key an email under the guise of thanking her for a lovely event, but my real reason was in the final line. I enjoyed meeting your friend Howard, and if he asks, here's my number. Howie was 52 and had never been married, so Mary was all over him to call me right away. Some women just can't see a perfectly good bachelor go to waste, and she probably figured it would make him more interested in helping her with her pet cause. Howie had broken up a year prior from a woman he had thought was the one. He'd been so broken up by the end of that relationship that he stopped dating. Right before Mary's event, Howie says that he sat at his desk, looked out the window, and asked the universe to bring him the right woman. He often tells this story and says that within the first couple of days, 3 people had called him, setting him up with blind dates. 2 of the people were people he never dreamed would do such a thing, but he credited the universe with giving him some options. The night we had met, we had talked until about 7 p.m., and then rather abruptly, he announced that he was going home. I thought it was all going pretty well, but he didn't ask for my number, so I didn't know what to make of him. Later, he would tell me that as he was walking to his car, he thought to himself that I was an attractive and interesting person, and that he probably should have asked me to dinner, or at least gotten my number, but then he decided he just wanted to go home and read. After giving Mary my number to pass on, I didn't hear from him for 3 weeks. To hear Howie tell it, he invited his neighbors over for dinner Friday and realized the Monday prior, after dating and not liking any of the blind dates, that he didn't have a date for that night. He said, I remember that blonde at the aquarium that Mary was all over me to call, but it's been weeks without hearing from me, so she'll probably just hang up on me for calling on such late notice. He said he was holding the phone away from his ear because he was so sure I would slam it down. He had no idea how breathless I'd been for this call.